Soren Krauw was resplendent in the leader's yellow jersey at the start of stage 3 of the Skoda Tour of Luxembourg, courtesy of his 2 second-place finishes on the first 2 stages. The Queen stage of the event took the riders on a 168.4-kilometre journey from Mertert on the German border to Vianden in the north of the country. There were 4 climbs and 2 intermediate sprints along the way, and it was no surprise to see King of the Mountains leader Mats Wenzel of Leopard TOGT present on the day's early break. Torrential rain for much of the day made it a difficult stage for riders already facing a demanding parcours. Wenzel took top points at the first climb ahead of Oliver Knight of Cofidis and Bastien Tranchant of AG Tour, with Gilles de Wilde of Team Flanders Baloise and Remy Mertz of Bingold WB behind. A maximum advantage of 4 minutes and 40 seconds for the break was pared back to just over 2 minutes under extended pressure from the EF Education Easy Post squad, among others. Bastien Tranchant opened a gap on the first assault of the 18% slopes on the Niklosbierg, with Wenzel following to add to his King of the Mountains total. Tranchant pressed on alone as his former breakaway companions chased, though the bunch was already less than a minute behind and more than an hour from the finish. Irish road race champion Ben Healy of EF Education Easy Post attacked from the group of favourites on the second climb of Niklosbierg and quickly joined Tranchant at the front. Tranchant was dispatched on the lower slopes of Niklosbierg next time round the local circuit as Healy opened up a lead over the main bunch, which would never extend to more than 50 seconds. Switzerland's Mark Hirschi of UAE Team Emirates and Belgium's Dylan Tuns of Israel Premier Tech launched a counter-attack and worked to limit Healy's advantage. Race leader Soren Krauw battled hard to rejoin the bunch, but he could do little about the flying Healy, Hirschi and Tuns. Hirschi and Tuns closed to within 20 seconds of the leader, but the gap would extend again every time the gradient rose. The stage hung in the balance approaching the final 10 kilometres as Healy used his time-trialling prowess to fend off the chasers. Tuns had a scare with a back-wheel slide on the wet roads as he and Hirschi fought to close the gap. Healy, a stage winner at Giro d'Italia this year, maintained his 20-second lead into the final kilometre. The cobbled ascent to the finish line at the 11th century castle in Vianden provided a wonderful backdrop to an impressive solo victory. He was followed home 15 seconds later by Hirschi, who put a little daylight between himself and Tuns in the agonising run to the finish line. It's a 5th win of the season for 23-year-old Healy, whose trademark long-range attack once again paid dividends against a top-class field. After 35 kilometres out front, Healy could celebrate a 7th career victory and the promise of more to come. Maxime Van Gils led the remains of the peloton in ahead of Brandon McNulty, Archie Ryan, Matteo Jorgensen and race leader Soren Krauw. But it's Healy who takes over the race lead ahead of the penultimate stage time trial, now with 19 seconds in hand over Hirschi, with Tuns a further 6 seconds back. After a brave defence, Soren Krauw slips to 4th ahead of Van Gils, McNulty and Jorgensen.